Like a rabbit out of the hat, boys. It's Meaty Magic Marlon Moraes taking on Merab the Machine Dvalishvili. And, if you're new here, he's Meat on Boy. This Meat Boy MMA, it's locks and laughs only. So grill that subscribe button if you're new here. But this bantamweight scrap should be pretty interesting because the 23-8-1 Marlon Moraes was someone who we were looking towards as, one of the GOATs of this division. And, that kind of just ended as, quicker than it began when Henry Cejudo just managed to absolutely TKO him in the second round, in a fight where Meaty Magic Marlon was looking pretty nice and, was living up to his name because before that he had a nice win streak and, was looking pretty untouchable at 135. But since then it hasn't been great, right? There was that fight against Jose Aldo. He got the split decision nod, but a lot of people thought that Jose Aldo should have won that contest. And then after that, it's two straight early finishes to Corey Sandhagen and Rob Font. So it's going to be a tough test in this one going against Merab the Machine, who is on an absolute tear. He's 13-4. He's fighting in contests that aren't even that close, right? And he has that sort of style where you know exactly what he's going to do, and yet you still can't do anything about it. So what are your thoughts on this one? Because it's unanimous decision after unanimous decision for Merab the Machine. Do you think it's going to be the same news against Marlon? What do you got?
Yeah, I really do. I'm gonna have to go with Tapology on this one and the hype train. I think the Machine is an absolute just Terminator in this division. And he's just getting better and better every fight. And Marlon is almost getting worse and worse every fight. And it's a little sad because, like you said, he was a possible potential GOAT in that division, just mauling everybody. And then Henry kind of took his soul, and he's been on a downtrend ever since. He did get that lucky, decision win versus Jose, which in my opinion, he's on a four-fight skid. Uh, you know, he, this should be a levels test, and if what we've been watching Marlon perform, like Marlon's skill is on the top of the top from what we've seen before he fought Henry, and he should smash the Machine. But it's hard to go with him with the way he's been looking. And so I think he's almost maybe done. And so I think the Machine's going to take over. And I would love to see the Machine smash him and then Marlon fight like Sugar Sean, because that would be an interesting test, like a bum washed up magician versus, a sugar clown or something. That'd be kind of cool. But either way, I got to go with the Villy uh, decision. Very dominant.
Another dominant decision for Dvalishvili is how Meat is seeing it, and you touched on Tapology. They're seeing it similarly, right? 80% rolling with the Machine. Majority of it is beige. They think that decision is most likely, and given his track record, that's not too unreasonable to consider. And Vegas sees it pretty moderately for the Machine as well. He's coming in minus 255. Meaty Magic Marlins plus 205. So solid dog value for Meaty Magic. Never seen him getting those kind of numbers, but it makes sense, being that it is against an opponent like Merab the Machine Dvalishvili. And I'm with you all the way in that I think that this is going to be a dominant fight and one that is decided by the Machine. I think that he's going to take him down. He's going to do what he wants with him when there. And if he doesn't get a TKO, which I think he might be sort of like in an extra way gunning for, then a decision does seem like a likely pathway for sure. So do you think that maybe Merab can get a finish in this one? I mean, Meaty Magic's been finished in two straight. It's, on pay-per-view, big spot, main card. You know that Merab has to be kind of sick of these decisions. So what are your thoughts? Dvalishvili maybe get a finish?
I could totally see him getting one just because of Glass Chin Magician, but just the track record that he's been showing, the higher probability is going to be decision, right? He's not that, you know, heavy hitting KO. He's just that machine, just putting on work and pressure and just absolutely mauling and dominating the whole fight. But maybe this big opportunity for him to really show in the spotlight of this big card, he could honestly pull a flop like an Usman, where now Usman only finishes guys when everyone was calling him snoozman, and now this guy is probably the most exciting guy to watch because he finishes and destroys everybody. So hopefully that happens for Merab, but we'll see. It just until we see it, it's most likely going to be decision, if I had to say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it might be worth inspecting. Check those numbers because maybe he does. Like municipal waste. Marab the Machine turns out to be the sadistic magician in this one because he could pull off a finish, and I think that could be a fascinating outcome if so. So let us know in the comments who you are going with. We're both pretty bullish on Marab the Machine. We think he's gonna get it done against Meaty Magic. So comment down below, hit subscribe if you're new here, and don't miss the meat lock.